Okay, let's start the video. I don't think anybody won the Mega Million last night, but I'm gonna double check. And I'll be doing another Dster. Sorry about the noise. And it's substantially high amount of people playing, but nobody hit that jackpot for both games. There's no upcoming holiday for the future week, so why are they holding jackpot? I don't know, but let's get started. Before we get started, you can email me at hyper_links@yahoo.com for any game prediction or requests. And please donate, subscribe, share, and like my video. Always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. And once again, email me at hyper_links@yahoo.com for any game prediction or requests. And let's get started. So again, last night's draw. Let's start the Dster first. I'm gonna copy this down. I'm gonna do it on the end of the slide. So you guys gotta watch this. Now for New York player, twice a week for the tick 5 drawing. So again, you better watch out, because those people who want to cash tick 5s a lot in the day, you're going to run out of time. Instead of having more hours to cash the tick 5, you're going to have less time to cash the tick 5. So if you cash it before 2:30, that tick 5 will go into 2:30's drawing. If you cash it before, after 2:30, the tick 5 will go into 10:30's drawing, so you have less time to cash the tick 5. So you might want to go to a store and you want to cash tick 5 with multiple machines. So you have left hand and right hand cashing the machine for those who want to cash a lot of tick 5s to make it in time. So you don't have, because it's slow to print out the ticket. So Dster 1 for week 3. So again, let's post the Dster 1 for week 3. Now let's start. I'm gonna start this off. Cross these out. X, 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 X. I'm gonna X these out. For those of you, I'm gonna do it differently this time, so you gotta pay attention to the video, because if you want to hit that jackpot, it's not that hard to hit. So congratulations for those of you who predicted the 10 ball for the Mega Ball, because they did a whammy last night. So winning combination for last night's drawing were 10, 26, 30, 52, 57, and 10 ball. And the previous drawing was 24, 25, 47, 52, 57, and 24. So they were the repeat of 52 and 57. Why were they repeating the 52 and 57? I don't know. I think they did it on purpose, so they could hold that big amount, because no way are you going to play the 2 previous number from the past drawing into this drawing. No way you're going to play the 2. If you play the 2, you don't know which 2 out of the 5 from the previous drawing they would pull a whammy on. And again, we know they didn't start at 20s. We know after 20, there's no back-to-back 20s as the first ball. But we know they're holding the teen digit. For those who think there was 1 to 9 after the 24 has come on the first ball, they want 1 to 9. They're skipping again, so they might skip the 1 to 9 on the next drawing also. You don't know, because when the amount is high, they can do anything. Remember, the only pattern we see at these last drawing was to make the yellow ball and the white ball having the same number. Again, they pull that. They don't really pull that. The white ball and the yellow ball having the same number. They pull that trick on us. So let's look at the Dster. So the winning combination, as you can see, nobody hit any prizes, even the second prize, because they did it on purpose, so they could bump up the amount. You're not even 2 mil. That was a hard ball. They did that a hard ball, because nobody would predict the 52 and 57 to repeat. Cannot say the system cannot say my system not good, or any system is not good, because they repeated the 52 and 57. Nobody would, no system would have predicted the 52 and 57 to come at the same time. If they did it, you would have seen at least one $1 million winner or $2 million winner, but they did not do it. So again, so it's not the system that good. Is that they pull a whammy, cannot do anything when they pull a whammy. For instance, you will not repeat the three. You will not play 3 balls from the past one. So the first section of these are 8, 7, 1, 2, and 9, 5, 8, 3. Do you see this coming? 7. This is the quadrant 1 number. So the winning number was 10, 26, 30, 52, and 57. As you can see, no number were in quadrant 1. No number in quadrant 1, 10, 26, 30, 52, 57, except for the 57. So we're going to pull the 57 in quadrant 1 up there for now. So as you can see, these are in quadrant 1. So week 3, quadrant 1. We pull the quadrant 1. Only one number. So you're going to have to realize that there's one number in quadrant 1. So now, if that 52 was here, you would have 2 numbers in quadrant 1. So only one number in quadrant 1, that 52, that 57. Now let's look at quadrant 2. So quadrant 2, we have O, 2, O. So quadrant 2, we have O, 2, O. So again, so on quadrant 2, no winning combination were in quadrant 2. They skipped 20. So 10 and 30. 10 and 30 was in quadrant 2. No, 10 and 30 was drawn, but 20 was in quadrant 2. So how close is quadrant 2 and getting 10 and 20? 10 and 30? It was pretty close. It was pretty close. It was pretty close. So again, now let's look at quadrant 3 of the Dster. Let's look at quadrant 3 of the Dster. So if you look at quadrant 3 of Dster with O, I don't know why I did that. It's not supposed to do it. O, 5, 4, 1, 1. Sorry about the background noise. 9, 5. So quadrant 3, we have these numbers in quadrant 3. If you look at quadrant 3, is for this week. Maybe I'm going to roll over these to next week, but definitely this is for this week. If you just look at a quadrant 3 number, the number that was in quadrant 3, as you can see, was 10. They appeared 2 times in quadrant 3, 10. 10 was in quadrant 3 again. 10 was in quadrant 3. And you have 10, 26, 30, 52, and 57. So 10 was in quadrant 3. So far we have 2 numbers in quadrant in the Dster so far, 10 and 57. So we have 2 numbers in the Dster, 10 and 57 in the Dster. So it was tricky. It was tricky. Let's look at quadrant 4. Let's look at quadrant 4. Quadrant 4, we have 5, 2, 0. Remember, you gotta write down the Dster and write down the frequency number in the Dster. So again, let's go back to quadrant 2. The mega ball also is 10, so I gotta put 2 10s here. So that makes the B3 and B4 the hot quadrant so far. So if we have 3 numbers in quadrant and the Dster so far, and 2 was in quadrant 3. So now let's move on to quadrant 4. Quadrant 4. Now since we have 57, we have 52 right over here. And we have 57 right over here. 57. So we have 5 numbers in quadrant in the Dster. 2 also in quadrant 4. 2 number was also in quadrant 4. You can see how effective the Dster is. You can see how effective the Dster is. So effective that the Dster sets up the matrix correctly. Where is the dirty? Let's look at dirty. So the dirty would have been in between quadrants. So that 30 would be right over here. Let's set up in between quadrant to see where the 30 is. These are the in between quadrant numbers. If there's any in between quadrant numbers, I'm going to add it. You see it? 2, 0, 0, 2, and I mean 2, 2, 3. These are in between quadrant numbers, 2, 3. So 30, if you copy the Dster correctly, the 30 would be right over here in between quadrant. So again, to update the one number in quadrant 1, I'm gonna break this down like this because to show you how it's done correctly. No number in quadrant 2. One number in quadrant, 2 number in quadrant 3, 2 number in quadrant 4, and 1 number in between quadrants. So again, that's how it's set up. And reverse Dster just reverse the Dster. When you reverse the Dster, you will have not all 5 numbers. The 30 will be wiped out if you use the reverse Dster. The 30 will be wiped out, but I like the reverse Dster. Reverse the Dster, and then you can wipe out the numbers. You wipe out the 30 because when you reverse the Dster, the 30 no longer are connected. It pushes because of this pushes the 3 out of the 0, out adjacent to the 0. Because of this extra number, this reverse to here, it pushes the 3 adjacent to the 0, and it will move this 2 adjacent to the 0. That means you have no odd number in the Dster, in the reverse Dster, but you have odd number in the Dster. You have no 6 number in the reverse Dster, but all 6 number in the regular Dster. So that's the difference. But the good thing about the reverse Dster is, if you don't reverse the Dster, you have zeros all in the close to the blue box, and you don't want that to happen. When you need the blue box, you don't need all 0 in the blue box. When you reverse the Dster, you don't have all 0 in the blue box. That's why the reverse Dster was good. If that Dster will help you hit that jackpot, and you're not gonna hit, you're gonna hit the jackpot. You don't want to change the Dster because of all the 0, and you need the blue box help. You need the blue box help. You do not want to change Dster. You could just reverse the Dster. If that Dster is good, you reverse it, and you would still have a good setup to use the blue box. Even the regular Dster would not have a good setup to use the blue box. The reverse Dster will have a good setup using the blue box. And then you probably could have added back the 30 in the blue box on the reverse Dster to make up for that 30 loss. So again, that's how it works. And the law of elimination did not work. You can see the law of elimination did not work for last draw, but you can see the law of elimination for the previous draw. Let's look at the law of elimination for the previous draw. See how powerful the system is. I see if I have the mega. It should be this one. So let's for the law of elimination, I need the Mega Man law of elimination. So I'm going to find that right now. I don't have the law of elimination, so let's do that for Mega Man. So last draw, law of elimination didn't work for Mega Man. So I'm gonna have to add some lines back. Let's insert a row above. Now row above for law of elimination for last draw, I'm gonna leave it was 20. For the 2 draws ago, it was 24, 25, 47, 52, and 57, and the ball was 24. Am I correct? The ball was 24, and this was 716. So again, 716. That was law of elimination, using law of elimination. And if you look at previous draws, let's look at previous draws. Right here, copy it down: 3, 10, 17, 26, 55, 6, 37, 39, 41, 46. And you have 03, 10, 17, 26, 55, and that would be 713's drawing. So 713's drawing, you have law of elimination. You can see no numbers were repeated from the previous drawing. So you can see 3, 10, 17, 26, 55 did not repeat. So that means law of elimination for 716 draw works. But for 7, last night's draw did not work because it's 52 and 57 was the culprit. So again, if you use one more draw, it will be 06, 37, 39, 41, and 46. That would be 709's drawing. 709's drawing, and you can see the 709's drawing. 637 got close to 37 got close to 47 on the 10th spot. 39, 41, 46 got close to 47. So 2 draw will be wiped out from the matrix if you use law of elimination. Law of elimination. And for the next drawing after 709 would be 18, 47, 63, 68, and 69. This would be 709's drawing, and after 706 drawing, and you can see the culprit would have been 47 after 3 draws. After 2 draws, the 3rd draw would eliminate the 47. Therefore, if you use all 3 draws, even though you wipe out about 15 numbers from the matrix, you also wiped out the 47 in the matrix. You also wipe out 47 in the matrix, and then you would have to keep going. If you keep going, 8, 31, 32, 34, and 45 would not wipe out another number in the matrix. So, for instance, even though you wipe out 47, bad luck doesn't mean you cannot wipe out more numbers in the matrix without wiping another number. With wiping another number doesn't mean you're gonna do that. Maybe you don't wipe out another number if you keep going on. Then you get more advantage. Just forget about the 47 that's unlimited. But keep going so you can eliminate more numbers without eliminating the second number. And you can see it, 8, 31, 32, 34, 45 would not have wiped out another number in the matrix. So you have 20 number wiped out with only wiping out 27, even though you use 4 draws. If you use 5 draws, 629's drawing, you can see 629's drawing, you wipe out the 52. So the 52 was a whammy, put it 3 times in the last 6 draws. So they're abusing that 52 just to catch us off guard. So throwing random numbers everywhere, we do not want the random numbers throwing out everywhere. So that 52 certainly would not have come again. 57 certainly would not have come again for Friday's drawing. Would not come. If they come, certainly nobody's gonna catch it unless it's a quick pick. I'm sure about that. Nobody's gonna catch that 52 or 57. Pull a whammy on us. Don't want them to pull a whammy. Not good if they pull a whammy on us. So let's look at the number from last night's drawing of the Powerball. It's tonight's game. So the same Dster will be used for Powerball tonight. If you look at the Powerball's drawing, let's look at Powerball's drawing before we leave the video. Will be 160. Nobody won. So again, on 7's 10's drawing, if you look at 7's 10's drawing, add back the drawing would be 46, 52, 59, 62. That would be 7's 14th drawing, and then I will add back the previous drawing, insert a row above the previous drawing. We have 15, 22, 38, 54, 66, and we have 717. You gotta find the common denominator for both games. They're gonna have common denominator. If you know the common denominator for both games, you're gonna hit one game. You're gonna hit one game because the Mega Man drawing already passed. Maybe one of those 5 numbers is gonna roll over to Mega Man Powerball. It's gonna be the common denominator. So again, you can see for 717's drawing we have 33, 46, 52. Common denominator was the 52. Common denominator was 52. I'm telling you, common denominator 52 from the Mega Man, because the Mega Man gets draw first. So common denominator from Powerball should come from the Mega Man. 59, 62. All of elimination works. For one drawing, we have 1, 5. 5 got close to 15 on the 10 spot. 29, 54 would be your first culprit. 54 would be your first culprit. So the culprit would be 54. Yeah. And then with 8, 21, 30, 49, and 57. So, and then we have 26, 40, 41, 55, 65. 65 got close to 66. 55 got close to 54. So after the first drawing, and then 40 got close to 38. So after the 54 got eliminated, 2 more draws without eliminating the second winning number of power. So law of elimination is good. So if you use one more draw, let's say you use 5 numbers, you still need my system. You still need the breakdown. You can email me breakdown. Breakdown will increase your chance drastically picking the right combination besides these formats. You can email me for the breakdown. I'll be glad to send to you. 24 got close to 22, 29, 50, 65, 66 would be your next culprit. So elimination, remember I said you need to break down to find the red and green numbers to see where you have to end each draw, how far you should go. You need that to know how far you should go with law of elimination, law of the plus Powerball or Mega Ball, law of opposite attraction, and law of repetition. Remember numbers. You need that for this, and you can see 66 is your whammy. You don't want 66 to be your whammy. If the 66 one drawn, you have kept going without any more number eliminated. So this Dster will be used for Powerball also. This Dster will be used for Powerball also. Again, you can write down the Dster. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4, quadrant 3, quadrant 2, and quadrant 1. So copy it down, and I'll review the result after tonight's draw. And as you can see, let's look at the pentagon system. Pentagon system, we have, before we leave, we look at the pentagon pair system. There's really no pentagon pair for last night's drawing. I do not see any pentagon pair. So that means no code. That's why it was tricky. No code for last night's drawing. No code for last night's drawing. We have 10. We have 26, 30. So nobody catch that holding jackpot. So no code, that's why it was hard to hit. So again, if you like the video, please do donate, subscribe, share, and like my video. Sorry about this. And email me for any game prediction at hyper_links@yahoo.com. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself.